Hi, it's Sean McCann from Stan James. Welcome to a preview of this weekend's horse racing, Coral Eclipse, the Group 1, and also some very, very decent action from the Lancashire track at Haydock Park. But what have I got in front of me here? I've got three boxes, two more to my left. Well, they are the competition winners, not the boxes we didn't win the competition winners, but these are the prizes, of course, for the StanJames.com competition winners. They were, if you remember, tickets to the World Cup semi-final, Safari, and also tickets to the World Cup final. I've never seen them before, but this is 2 tickets to the World Cup final. Some lucky punters have won that, courtesy of StanJames.com. That is, of course, our casino poker and our sports book. Interesting as well that the Safari as well. Now I'm being interested to see, of course, if they see any lions, because one thing's for sure, we never saw 3 lions when we were watching England out in South Africa. But on to the racing. Let's start with Haydock Park. The first race is the Bet365 handicap. Burling to me is one of the unluckiest horses from Royal Ascot. £2 higher, which is slightly surprising, finishing 5th. Eddie Hearn didn't get the best of passages. I think it'll be a short-priced favourite for that, and I'd be slightly surprised if that doesn't win. So the John Dunlop horse hasn't got the best of draws. Doesn't have the best of draws, but in a small runner field, only 7 go to post for that. I think Burling should take that. The Lancashire Oaks was won last year by Bathsheba, this wonderful race mare of David Ellsworth. She was only 3rd to Harbinger last time, but of course Harbinger, I think, was a wolf in sheep's clothing, as we said at the time. He really, in the Hardwick Stakes, is a Group 1 horse running against Group 2 and Group 3 runners in the Hardwick Stakes, and turned that into a procession. And I think Bathsheba back against her own sex. She won this race, of course, last year. She does need fast ground, and the ground is currently good at the Lancashire track. I've had a look at the weather forecast. They say there may be some more drizzle, but it will certainly be clear, if not sunny particularly. I think those in the southeast of Britain will be in for maintaining this heat wave, but in some parts of Britain there will be certainly in the northwestern corner, there may be some drizzle over the next 48 hours. If the ground is sort of decent ground, I would suggest that Bathsheba will take the beating, although if the rain did get into this sort of watered ground, and as I speak the Thursday, they have had drizzle at Haydock on Thursday morning. Polly's Mark was desperately unlucky last time against Lace Faisani, who reopposes after the Kevin Ryan horse. The Old Newton Cup is the big betting race of the weekend. Just quick, in the last 9 runnings, 6 4-year-olds have won and 3 5-year-olds, no 6-year-olds, and that stat is against my selection, which is Hillview Boy. I was a big fan of Charm School. The horse does need decent ground, though. On a good to soft ground, this really would be something to bet on. It looks as if Jim Goldie has identified this race from when he won at Hamilton last time. On fast ground, it wouldn't even surprise me if he was taken out, but if you get genuinely good ground, I'd really take him with this horse, and from a good draw installed too. Okay, you people again may say that over 1.5 miles, surely the draw is of minimum significance. I've always thought in this very competitive handicap, and again as we thought in Royal Ascot handicaps, that a decent draw, and I think you need a low draw for that. 10 to 1 as well with StanJames.com. That is for Hillview Boy. The 6 to 1 favourite is Hanoverian Baron of Tony Newcombe. 6 to 1 in the Fonds as well. Happy days. If that one wins for Sir Michael Stoute, and Louis Philippe Berzelin keeps the ride, takes a valuable £3 off his back. But it would just be Hillview Boy for me in the big betting race of the day. Jenky, I think, will win the condition stakes at 4.35. Blinkers on for the first time for Roger Charlton. Roger Charlton's horses in cracking form. It's like Concern as well. Let's hope they come up the middle of the course. He's drawn 1 in the centre of the course, but I think Jenky, very unlucky in 2 races so far, ran well in a Stan James sponsored race at the Guineas Festival, and also ran well last time in a very, very big handicap at Royal Ascot. Sandown, on to Sandown. The first couple of races, fascinating. The Coral Challenge Stakes. Greyfriars Chorister is the favourite for Mark Johnson, in the same way that we want a low number on the round course at Haydock. You really could do with a high number in these competitive handicaps at Sandown Park. Greyfriars Chorister is the 7 to 1 favourite from Set the Trend in 8. Set the Trend, I think, would be the one to beat there. Well drawn for Andrew Balding. Jimmy Fortune takes the ride. They've also got the nap of the weekend as well. The Coral Distaff, the Lady Darshan is the obvious one, finished 6th in the StanJames.com 1000 guineas, then 4th over 10 furlongs in listed company. We're back at listed company again, but that was over 10 furlongs. She is the obvious one, but I'm going for Decorative of Michael Jarvis. I was really taken with this last time. Again, I know it was only a handicap off, I think, of mark around about 78 or 80. I think there's a big step up in class for her. But she's unbeaten in 2 starts, and I think I'm going to support her until she meets with defeat. The marathon, I'm again keen on the Kumani horse here, Maninga. Inadequate trip last time over 12 furlongs, a Goodwood French import. The Coral Eclipse again is the feature race of the weekend. Twice over is the 2-1 favourite. Doremi 5-2, Zacinto 9-2, Mawathic 6s 13-2 bar. Again, it doesn't look a great renewal. I think we had Rip Van Winkle and See the Stars, and Rip Van Winkle came nearest to the 3-year-olds. It doesn't look a particularly strong 3-year-old challenge this year with Viscount Nelson. Hardly, you would imagine, one of the superstars in Ballydoyle so far. I was with Mawathic. As long as the ground isn't fast, I think we'll see an improved performance of Mawathic, and he will be the one for me. But the nab of the weekend is Gatosi or whatever, for Andrew Balding and Jimmy Fortune. Again, I was taken with this. I thought it ran well over a mile at Lingfield, back of 7 furlongs, got a cracking draw. Hopefully we'll make all be lucky. Where did the 3 lines go? Have a great weekend.